Welcome, everyone, to The Explainer. Let's jump right in, because today we're looking at one of the absolute most fascinating and, frankly, complex contradictions defining the tech industry right now in 2026. We're witnessing this massive structural shift happening in real time, and it's a paradox that has left a lot of people scratching their heads. You see, on one hand, we're watching billions of dollars being mobilized and spent at just breakneck speeds. But on the other hand, thousands upon thousands of highly skilled tech workers are being let go. It's literally a fundamental rewiring of the entire technology sector. So today, we're going to use the data directly from the source to understand exactly how and why this is happening. Okay, let's dive into this. The whiplash we are seeing here is severe. Over the past year, employment tracking firms estimate that more than 100,000 tech workers have been laid off. Over 100,000. Yet, right alongside those massive job losses, we are seeing historic, unprecedented investments in artificial intelligence infrastructure. Now, we aren't talking about companies going bankrupt or failing. We are talking about highly profitable giants simultaneously shedding huge portions of their human workforce, while at the exact same time pouring unimaginable wealth into new technologies. This dual reality, this exact paradox, is the core of our explainer today.
Zooming in, inside Oracle's big pivot.
Let's look at the hard numbers, straight from Oracle's latest annual report. In May 2025, Oracle had roughly 162,000 full-time employees. But by May 2026, that number plummeted to 141,000. That is a sudden, dramatic drop of 21,000 full-time roles globally in just a 12-month window. Now, while there were definitely rumors of significant cuts back in April from senior employees posting online, the true massive scale of these layoffs wasn't fully revealed to us until this annual report was officially filed. To put that 21,000 figure into perspective, that represents a staggering 13% of Oracle's entire global workforce. Just pause and think about that for a second. More than 1 in 10 employees at one of the world's largest software and cloud computing firms just gone in a single year. When a company shrinks its workforce by 13%, it's not just trimming the fat, right? They aren't just making minor adjustments. They're undergoing a foundational transformation. But why?
Well, the answer is explicitly written out for us in their annual report. The document states that the, quote, deployment of AI technologies across our operations have resulted and may continue to result in reductions to our workforce. I mean, that is a remarkably direct admission. Notice how they aren't blaming a generic economic downturn or changing consumer habits. They are stating clearly and officially that reshaping the business specifically around artificial intelligence is the direct catalyst for these job reductions.
And this brilliantly illustrates the sheer financial scale of this disruption. Just look at these restructuring costs, which, by the way, include severance payments and logistical reorganizations. In the previous financial year, Oracle's restructuring bill was a substantial $374 million. But in the past year, that number skyrocketed to $1.8 billion. This proves this isn't just normal employee turnover. Oracle is willingly absorbing a massive $1.8 billion structural pivot just to execute this shift toward AI. Zooming out, the billion-dollar AI arms race. So we need to realize this is a massive industry-wide movement. Google, Meta, and Amazon collectively plan to pour an absolutely staggering $650 billion into AI technology this year alone. That's literally more than the GDP of many nations. Amazon is actually leading the pack here, planning to spend $200 billion over the next year on AI investments. And Oracle is right there with them in the race, spending $50 billion on data centers. They are completely reshaping their capital allocation. And we see the exact same paradox playing out at Amazon. While committing a jaw-dropping $200 billion to AI, Amazon, which employs over 1.5 million people, by the way, is simultaneously cutting roughly 30,000 jobs across several rounds of layoffs. It perfectly mirrors the Oracle situation. The biggest players in tech are literally trading human roles to fund massive hardware and data center infrastructure. Trading people for processors. Decoding the corporate strategy. So the crucial point is, why are companies making this literal trade-off? Well, this internal note from a senior executive at Amazon, sent last October, translates the corporate strategy perfectly. The executive wrote that the company needed to be organized more leanly because AI was enabling companies to innovate much faster than ever before. So, in the eyes of tech leadership, the workforce, which is almost always a tech firm's biggest expense, can now be shrunk. Why? Because AI tools allow a smaller group of people to do way more at a much faster pace.
They are shrinking the workforce to become leaner, which directly funds the very AI innovation that makes a smaller workforce possible in the first place. Let's move to Oracle and see how this builds. Oracle relies on the exact same playbook. In an official statement to the BBC, an Oracle spokesperson said, "As our cloud and AI businesses grow, we will continually balance our resources and restructure our development group." They want to ensure they have the right people delivering the best products. Do you notice the corporate language there? Balance our resources, restructure. The entire industry, from Amazon to Oracle, is utilizing this identical framework to justify trading people for processors. It is a highly calculated balancing act.
The restructuring risks. What happens next?
Now, what's really interesting about this information is these aren't criticisms from outside analysts. These are Oracle's officially admitted risks. They flat out warn that this massive reorganization can be disruptive. They fully acknowledge that by cutting 13% of their staff, they might actually create a shortage of skilled workers in crucial roles. And what happens then? Well, they admit it could lead to a loss of productivity that could actively, negatively impact their earnings. They are officially warning investors that this massive pivot could actually hurt them due to self-inflicted talent gaps. It's an immense business risk. Which leaves us with this final, profound question to consider today. As the tech industry pours hundreds of billions into data centers, while simultaneously shedding hundreds of thousands of jobs, will trading human talent for AI infrastructure ultimately pay off with unprecedented innovation and efficiency? Or does it run the risk of hollowing out the very human core and institutional knowledge that built these tech empires in the first place? It is absolutely the defining business question of our time, and the data we've looked at today shows there is simply no turning back. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I really hope this helped clarify the incredible shifts happening in tech right now. Keep questioning, keep learning, and I'll catch you next time.